Hello, Leo. Welcome to Intuitive Insights. I am Willow, and today we are going to tap into your fears. Today is Tuesday. It's the day of courage. Excuse my background singer. I am on auntie duty. Anywho, we're gonna tap into your fear. What's something that's hidden that you need to address? Work on. It's kind of like I'm trying to bring people's shadow to the surface to show people like it's okay to have this and to work through it. You know what I mean? And I'm here for that. So, right, amen. All right, so it's a 4 card draw. The first card is going to be what it is, what's your fear, right? The second card is it really going to happen? Is it going to come into fruition, or is it just a fear? Something that, it's in our minds and it's bugging us. Um, and I also how to handle it. And then the third, what triggers it? Like what brings it about? What brings it to the surface? You know what I mean? And the fourth card is going to be how to overcome it or prevent it from actually happening. All right. So here we go. Oh, what is our fear? Oh, what is that? The Hermits. Virgo energy is coming through for the Leos. Um, getting this card, that's kind of funny. Here, mama. There you go, mama. There you go. Anywho, digressing. So we have the Hermit here. Isolation? Because really, that's the Hermit knows his value. Gender just fluid, okay? The Hermit knows their value. They're following themselves. It's self-isolation, going within, finding a journey. So do we have a Leo here that's feeling alone, that's feeling being left alone? That's the worst thing you can do to a Leo, actually. Y'all know Leos love the center of attention, but also Leos don't generally ward, well, sneaky little things, but they don't genuinely ward for people to outcast them. They kind of play neutral grounds. All right, so is this likely to happen? Like, is this going to happen, or is this just an internal fear? To me, it's an internal fear. So, card 2, what is that? Swords. Okay, so this is happening. The reason why I say it is happening, 2 of Swords, having a hard decision to make, being faced. So this is giving me somebody is in a situation that they need to make a decision to walk away from. They can't control it. But we're going to look more into that. Okay, she's doing her thing over here. All right. What is causing this? What is fueling this? What's triggering it? Making this come to the surface? Okay, Ace of Imps came out. We have so what's standing out to me today on this Ace of Imps, um we know aces are all wielded by the magician. I know I said that in the last video because that's true, but here being pulled down. So I'm feeling like someone, and the imps in this hand, not this hand, these cards represents fire energy. So you have Aries present. You also have Leo yourself, and you have Sagittarius that are also within the Ace of Imps. And maybe this is an individual that is trying to make a relationship work, or putting on a facade and having to evaluate themselves. also giving me somebody playing with their money. Because in the Hermit, you see how they're actually dissecting the pumpkin. The pumpkin is pentacles in this hand, in this deck. And yeah, so I think life is actually forcing you, because I'm looking at this hand as the divine, not just of people in general, but you're being called to self-reflect. How is that a fear? Well, when you think about prison, how is it that isolation, what do they call it? Solitary. How is solitary so bad for people? Now I know the conditions there. I've had loved ones, unfortunately, tell me about, the belly of the beast. But I, you're by yourself. And okay, let's just use it this way. I know this kid, the worst thing you could do with this kid is put the kid in a room by himself. And he's a very challenging child. Moves, he's very aggressive. He's like a brute, very rough. He has dark humor. And this is a young kid. He was like, what, six, and noticing with them. And his punishment was to be put in the room to sit on the bed. Not a bad room. It was his room full of toys. It wasn't that he couldn't play with toys or nothing. He was isolated away from everyone. So in this case, for this individual that I'm speaking to, this individual is being forced to be isolated. So maybe being, because what I said earlier, like that, maybe your skeletons have come to the surface. And or it could not be something like that either. It's just things about you are being magnified, not in the way that you want, and you're being forced to reserve. You're being forced to be pulled back to reevaluate how you're presenting yourself to people around you, how you're, the decisions you're making, the moves that you're making. And this could be in the form of finances, because yeah, that pinnacle being dissected could have been, thank you. Um, so let's look at how to overcome this or prevent it from happening. I'm gonna be honest with you, not even turning these cards, the feeling that I get, it's a hermit out here. It's the inevitable. When a major arcana card comes out, you got to do it. It's time for you to reevaluate yourself. It's time for you to go within, do some meditation, really look at your surroundings. The reason why I said in a relationship too, you have a 2 here, and 2s not only represent relationships, but they are governed by the high priestess. And this is balancing of light, dark, the good, the bad. You're a fire sign, you bad. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but how to overcome it and prevent it. Let's carry on. So is that the 9 of Wands? Oh, well, just take it head on. We know that, and there's another pumpkin. This pumpkin is throughout this whole thing. Um, yeah, I didn't notice it, but even down here, the illusion. I mean, it's a Halloween set, but down there, right there, Kitty's fur ball is actually the image of a pumpkin as well. So I'm feeling money, money, money. All right, so this could be, yeah, about decisions, investments you're making. But how to prevent it or to overcome it, you're just going to take it head on. And it's a 9. And all the 9s are under the Hermit. So this is about money. Yeah. Um, there is no, oh, maybe. No. This is about money. And I'm really feeling like it's a business endeavor. So, really the decision you're fearing is, yeah, collaborating with someone, in a form of money and it not yielding right, or you know, not having power either. Whether male or female, when you do a partnership with someone, you still want to be standing on your own and they stand on theirs, and you put your heads together. But sometimes you can fall into the shadow of another person, depending on who's vibrating the highest or who's exuding more. You know, doesn't mean you're weak. It just means that they got a louder mouth. You know, it's giving me Jay and Dame. If you're familiar, they're hip hop moguls, and you know, their riff. You can look how that happened, but that's what it's given me, especially seeing 2 9s out here. All right, well, I hope that helps. As always, I'm wishing you peace and the understanding that life happens for you, not to you. This obstacle that you're being presented with, you have the say, the yes, the yeah, the nay, you know. So don't feel powerless, and don't be scared to go within, baby, and know what is best for you, because at the end of the day, this is your life, your story. You got to live it. You understand? All right, I see you in the next video.